Almost every game has secrets, but have you ever wondered if Hill Climb Racing 2 has any secrets? If so, do you know at least most of them? Well, in this video we're going to figure this out through a special combination of secrets created by me. I only put real secrets in it because I think almost everyone knows about glitches on long distances or flying boat or about the disappearing water in city. Stick around till the end if you want to test your knowledge about Hill Climb Racing 2. So, starting with the first secret, did you know that if you finish a race before it started, you will get this time? Pretty crazy. However, if you're too fast, you may skip the finish line. But have you ever wondered what's beyond the finish line? Well, there are crazy things like bugged lava in Racer Glacier or a barn in Forest. But Desert Valley is completely crazy because there is ice in it. Yes, ice on Desert Valley. So, if you are grinding the season, you have probably collected a bunch of medals. But did you know that you can collect them without finishing the race? You have to slowly get close to the finish line and collect them, but you can't touch the line.
How is that even possible?
I don't know, Leo, but on the Far, Far Away's cup, the invisible wall doesn't get closer to you. You can actually go from the end of the map to the beginning. This makes this map perfect for getting really slow records. The next secret may be well known to the OG players. On the track flying log, if you wait at least 5 seconds before clicking, tap to continue. The second fuel will spawn on the log, whereas it normally spawns below the log. This led to the discovery of some crazy strategies. The OG players probably also remember the next secret. The cup's first snow was originally named Xmas Cup. But the next thing may be familiar to new players. Every track has a length limit. This limit is 1,000 meters, but some hackers managed to exceed this limit and created even longer maps, reaching up to 2 billion meters. But do you know what is also over 1,000? The number of subscribers to this channel. You can subscribe to me to show your respect. Maybe we will also be able to exceed the 2 billion mark. But while playing City, you've probably noticed this strange container underground. Well, some of you may not, because if you're playing at 60 FPS, this container is underground. But if you're playing at 120 FPS, this container is on the ground. But have you ever taken a closer look at the trees in Forest? Because after 30k meters, they stop generating. Also, on Racer Glacier, there are some scary drawing on the walls. I wonder if they're just for decorations or if they're an Easter egg. Who knows? But Rust Bucket Reef also has some secrets, symbols, and Easter eggs. At 570 meters, there is this big rock, and if you move it, you will see that there are 2 octopus symbols there. There are also a lot of these stupid submarines in Rust Bucket Reef that can even kill you because they're moving. But have you ever taken a closer look at them? If so, you've probably seen that they have a very strange driver because he is a fish. But why is he a fish, you may ask? Well, this is an Easter egg referring to another Fingersoft's game called I Hate Fish. But let's go back to Racer Glacier for a moment. So, Racer Glacier, like any other adventure map, has tracks in time trial with its theme. One of them is Bone Georgia. This map has a bone that you can break, and somehow you can't die if you touch the bone with your head. You also can't die if you hit the water creatures in Gloomvale with your head. But speaking of the water in the track Coconut Cave is darker and denser compared to other beach tracks. But also, the woods in the track parking trailers have a very odd behavior. When you hit them, one shatters, another vanishes, and the third remains unbreakable. But did you know that in this particular pit of quicksand at 500 meters in Desert Valley you cannot die? But Desert Valley has even more secrets. You can basically lock yourself in this place. You only need thrusters to pass it without touching the log first. But also, if you move an object too far, it will disappear. In the game files, you can find these words that mean shitty town in English.
I also think that Cup Town is a horrible map.
You're finally back, Leo. I hope you will be more active, because some viewers may miss you. Somehow, you can survive in the water at 4K in Forest and in the Spring City Cup. But when City was released, it was full of very difficult and even almost impossible places. Other maps, such as Desert Valley, were also different, but not as much as City. Since we're talking about things that have changed, I should mention that some tactics are now almost impossible because some physics in the game have changed. But speaking of the physics, you probably know that some paints change the physics in the game. You probably think these paints are just formula paints, but there are many more, especially in Superbike and Supercar. Did you know that Fume Boost has worked in the air in the past? Unfortunately, Fingersoft decided to fix it, so it's not that OP. Did you know that Monster Truck's exhaust pipe can be broken off? You can also break Sport Car's window and Lowrider's door. But you can also break bus in half if you stop it on a sharp object. But to make it easier, you can park it. But how to park? Well, you have to hold both pedals pressed at the same time for 10 seconds, and bus will park. Speaking of the vehicle's secrets, you probably didn't know that Rotator has 3 wheels. 1 is at the front and 2 are in the back. If you didn't know that, you can comment Rotator and I'll give you a heart. Did you know that a few months ago, Fingersoft added special effects to some paints? Some of these effects are beautiful, especially in Racing Truck. But Fingersoft also did some lazy things. So last year, the game developers added that you can create challenges from public events. There were public events where you had to drive as far as you could without fuel. Since the no fuel mode is really fun, players immediately started to play challenges since you have a limited time in public events. In the very first days after these challenges came out, players managed to set amazing records and discovered something insane. Instead of deleting all the fuels, Fingersoft decided to simply move them 52k meters later.
I'm so sorry, viewers, for not being active. I've been very busy being lazy, but now I'm back and I want to reveal the next secret. Did you know that in Canyon Arena and on my most hated map, which is Cup Town, there are no fuels after a certain point? The game developers did this because they don't want players to get huge distances on new maps.
Leo said something about small distances, but now I will say something about huge distances. Did you know that only 4 people have reached 100k on beach? But probably only one of these people is 100% legit and haven't used any hacks to make this record. There are many useless things in Hill Climb Racing 2 that are a waste of time or money. One of those things are the tickets for the featured challenges. As I said in my previous video, which by the way you can watch, they're just a waste of money because the best thing you can get from these challenges is just a legendary look, so you shouldn't buy them unless you're rich.
I have a small update. At the time of writing the script for this video, Fingersoft added that you can retry the featured challenges with gems.
Thank you very much, Leo. But did you know that a few years ago, the time limit for public events was 6 minutes? This is just crazy in my opinion. I wonder who would get 10k in Desert Valley in no fuel public event first. Linus, Monovictor, or someone else? Maybe. One day we will see it. The next secret is also a tip, which I should have put in my previous video. But anyway, if you're in a run with an adventure chest and you restart the run, the chest will remain saved. But if you've passed the 500 meters mark, the chest will also get reset. The next and last secret is something that probably almost no one knows about. So, the background for team events is actually where Bill Newton lives. This place is called Climb Canyon. After a long time, especially for me because I'm making this video, we've reached the end. Hill Climb Racing 2 has many secrets. Some of them are quite interesting and some of them may be helpful. But what's my secret? Does Leo live in my basement? Anyway, like and subscribe to make him happier and more active in my videos. Bye.